This is 5 Minutes to Change Your Life. My name is Joanne Mallon. I'm an author and coach. I love helping people make wee changes that make a massive difference in their lives. Give me 5 minutes of your time today. Just might change your life. Hey, hello, what about you? We are talking today about what to do when you feel stuck. So if you're feeling frustrated, unsure of what to do next, unmotivated, I've got you, it's okay, we're going to work this out. Feeling stuck is a big reason why people come to me as a coach, because an outside neutral perspective can be very, very effective in getting things moving again. You know, it's like fiber. It's the chia seeds of personal development. That's what coaching is. I do think that we can all feel a bit stuck sometimes. It's just part of being human. Doesn't mean that you're failing. In fact, often means that something is ready to shift. Feeling stuck very often comes before change, and therefore it is part of the process of change. So you won't stay stuck forever. And in the meantime, here are a few steps you can take to get yourself unstuck. Okay, first up, don't panic, but pause. Because when we feel stuck, often our first instinct is to panic and we think, well, I should be further ahead. Everybody else is moving, everybody else is making progress. They all know what to do. But that kind of pressure won't help, doesn't create clarity. So instead of trying to force things and panic, just pause. Like literally stop and take a deep breath. Feeling stuck is not always about needing more action. Sometimes it is about needing space in your life. So ask yourself, am I exhausted? Am I overwhelmed? Have I been pushing myself too hard? Because burnout can also disguise itself as being stuck. Give yourself permission to rest before you demand answers. And secondly, get really specific about what you mean by stuck, because it is a vague word and it's going to mean something different to everybody. So, what does it mean to you? What is going on in your life right now that tells you that you're stuck? And this might be a good one to write down if you're a journaler. Getting a wee bit of clarity about what's going on will start to create movement. Name your issue and it will become easier to deal with. Clarity creates movement and movement creates change. When you name the real issue, you shrink it down from that vague fog and turn it into something workable, because then you can start to identify the next step. And this next step can be something really small. So let's say you feel stuck in your career. So maybe your next small step is to open up your CV document, read through it, think about what needs updating. So with whatever your issue is, what is the smallest possible next step that you can do? And then do that. And the next step here is acceptance. I think we have to accept that growth and times of change in life can often feel uncomfortable because we're stretching, we're taking up a new space. You know, when you've outgrown the old version of yourself, but you haven't fully stepped into the new one and you're in transition, that's when you might feel stuck. But really, it's a sign that you're evolving, you're growing. Stuck might just be a pause before the next chapter in your life. This pause, this uncertainty, this frustration is part of your journey. So here's an exercise I want to leave you with. Get out a pen and paper, write down 3 things. First up, write down what feels stuck, and then write down one tiny action that you commit to taking in the next 24 hours. And finally, one kind, compassionate sentence that you can say to yourself. Self-compassion is really important when you feel stuck. Know that you're not alone in this. You're not failing or broken. You're just in the space before clarity comes. So I hope this is helpful. Maybe you could share it with somebody who might find it helpful too. And I'd love to see a rating or a review from you, or perhaps you could make a contribution on Ko-fi. But do feel free to get in touch. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.